This poor animal stuck his neck to a plastic can cover, and it is getting miserable for him for daily to daily basis. Plastic pollution is the biggest threat to human mankind. It is one of such nuisance like global warming or sea level rising across the world. In this today's part, we will be working on three different sections, which are plastic waste generation across the world, mismanaged plastic waste, share of global total mismanaged plastic waste by country. But before that, I would love to say this. I have taken this data from the plastic pollution, which is our worldindata.org, and here you can get all the information about the plastic pollutions by Hannah Ritchie and Max Rosa, and their work is truly amazing. So returning to our base part, today we will be working upon the Power BI section, and in here we will be importing three different unique our visuals. One is stream graph, second is chord chart, and third is the bar graph. Therefore, if we go to our Power BI desktop, this is our cover photo, but that's not our we are here for. So let's get the data that we have taken it from the our worldindata.org plastic pollution section. So we take the data from our Excel. I have already taken down it. So in this here, I will take for the inadequately managed plastic, and I will not load the data because I need to edit this. So I'll edit the data, and in this I will try to check any delimitation or any kind of problems in here, which is not. Notice that in this particular part of the data, the year is only 2010. There is not any other year they have actually taken as their research purpose as the data from all the countries. It's only up to 2010. Second, we will continue with the other data sources, such as we will take the data from mismanaged waste global total mismanaged waste across the world, and here we will combine this with it. Notice again that this is only about 2010. Then we will take the third data from the plastic waste per capita, that is per capita the plastic waste, and here you can notice the year is only 2010 as well. So without taking much more of inner depth, and as if we just press on the advanced editor, our M query shows quite a great view, and it says that no syntax error have been detected. So there is nothing any problem, and if we want more white space, we don't want it, so we just click on done, and here we close and apply. The query changes is taking place, and it is right at our desktop, which we can see it from here. Now if we work upon, or if we want to work upon the data sections, as we know from the Power BI that we must work upon the data modeling. So if we just quite see the data modeling here, it is quite a different scenario. The reasons, because in here you can see that very well that all the data sections are basically double-sided, and if I move from here to here, it is again a double-sided, and from here to here it is again a double-sided. This particular data modeling is wrong because it has taken it up automatically, and we don't want it as such. Therefore we must look upon one single data modeling, which is one to many or many to one. In this particular section, we want the data to travel from right hand side to the left hand side. That means it should move from here to here. For that the data must be taken into one to many. However, though we do not want in here, as because this is already taken up into two different sections, such as it is already into mismanaged part, and this is already in per capita. Keeping the entity code and year are all the same for this particular section. That is why we don't want from it, and these two needed to be one single double-sided, because the share of plastic inadequacy and the per capita needs to be worked hard upon. Therefore, I'm sorry for the sound. If we just click on here and go to one to many and check in the filter condition to single one, we can see that this has been changed to this. Therefore, if we simply take our part from here, so if we just simply take our import file from our import visuals, which we can take it from our download section. If we simply go here and our download section, we have Power BI app, so we will first take the chord chart, which we can import as it comes in here. We will take also that which we call as the stream graph, which we get it from here, and as well as we will take one which is our bar graph, that is it should be in between the data bar visuals. So our three visuals are quite effective in here. So now let's work with it. As we expand these sections, we can see that one thing is common, which is our code, entity, and year are all common for all these three of the data sets, or these tables, or three objects. So now if we take the first one, which is the inadequately managed plastic waste, if we take the entity and share of plastic and year, it all comes into this part of the section. So if we just so if we just pull this thing up and keep it in here, we can easily expand it or extend it as per our wish. And in this part, if we take as a bar chart, we can definitely get this kind of visual because it hasn't been quite formatted yet. So therefore, in this section, we will use the share of plastic will be in this axis part, and the values will be our entity, and in the year should be in the legend section. So if we do this, we can get quite a different visual for one particular scenario. However, if we use the stream graph, we can get this kind of visuals for our data. Furthermore, if we want to use our chord chart for the reason, we can simply take our next data, which is the entity, mismanaged, and year, and in this, and if we take this data set from here to here, we can get it that all the countries are having a mismanaged of data, mismanaged of waste charges, and it is quite alarming. If we just press on this and look on this, the chord chart gives us an automatic visual unless we press on the year, and it gives a quite a good view of our data, unless we make it the mismanagement to be a particular count. So if we put into our values, we can get this part, and if we use the year as our target, so if we move this to our target values, we can get the particular visual as we want it. Notice we can use our slicer, and we can understand, but before that I would like to say that I haven't used any DAX measures yet, which I will be definitely using in the next video. It is just to understand the data that we are dealing with so that we can work upon, or so that we can work much more closer into the next part. So if I take the third one, which is plastic waste per capita, and if we just see in here, plastic waste capita is our primary table from where each data is getting collected. So if we take this as our main slicer, we can take this entity per capita and year, and if we just simply use the stream graph or that bar graph, rather taking the slicers in here, we can get quite a good visual. We cannot take one single entity because that is not feasible for all, as well as I would love to say that in this entity, the per capita, if we just use the count function, we can get the particular value in here, and if we use it to our needs, we can get a percentage of each section and percentage of each of the parts for each different countries if we keep on selecting the different region. And if I move this to our target values, we can get it that the count per capita is giving us the quite different visuals for each different country. Notice how the stream graph is getting rolled. If I click on each different country, that means it has the values are quite getting changed for each different country's plastic waste, and if it continues like this, there will be a serious problem in the near future, and we can't able to control it if we are continuing in this path. And with this, I would love to say that if you like my video, please don't forget to comment and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I will bring much more or much in-depth video regarding this plastic waste management and as the plastic pollution in the earth. Till then, thank you very much.